It's Gospel Gold. America's first music and video showcase. Bringing you the sights and sounds of today's brightest gospel stars. And now, here's the host of Gospel Gold, Pat Boone.
Howdy, neighbor. Welcome to another edition of Gospel Gold, the show that brings you the freshest new sounds and the brightest new videos from today's most exciting new sound, gospel music. And if you're into music with a message, songs that say something, an artist on the cutting edge of tomorrow, then you stay right where you are, because Gospel Gold's got it all. The sound of tonight's special Gospel Gold guest is both powerful and persuasive. I'm talking about Silverwind, a band with international appeal. But right now, here's a special offering from one of gospel music's brightest young artists. Singer, songwriter, and keyboardist Leon Patillo dazzled the rock world as a member of the supergroup Santana. Now he's on his own and feeling good, with love calling. Let's listen.
Around you since the world began. I have even visited you and walked upon your land. I have known your leaders down through history. Some have made the effort to communicate with me. And the world has been unkind. I'll pick up the pieces and I'll give you peace of mind. Scientists are seeking immortality. Astronauts are searching the skies for our destiny. It's not complicated what this planet needs. Love is still the answer to life's mystery. Earth people, coming. I am not alien. This is love calling. Please come in. I want to be your friend.
Isn't that a great, great concept, a wonderful video? Look out, MTV. Leon Patillo and Love Calling. Stay tuned when Gospel Gold returns with a brand new video from Randy Stonehill. Stay right where you are. You know, Randy Stonehill has been a gospel music pioneer for going on 2 decades now. Hard to believe. He's always been just a little bit ahead of the pack, too. Well, he's at it again with a brand new video album featuring some of the best new songs of his career. And here's one of my favorites. It's called Love Broke Through. It's got a very special message. I think you'll see what I mean.
And truth has set me free. Yeah, now I'm feeling like a barefoot child dancing in the sun. Unafraid, I can face each day because of all you've done. Now my life has just begun. Oh yeah, yeah, like waking up from the longest dream.
My buddy Randy Stonehill with a song he and Keith Green wrote together, Love Broke Through. Stay tuned as Gospel Gold returns with our very special guest, Silverwind, right after this message. We'll be right back. You know, since their formation over 5 years ago, Silverwind has blown a breath of fresh air into modern gospel music with innovative, on-target songs, an uncompromised message, and a state-of-the-art stage show. But great music's not the only thing Silverwind's got going for them. I think you'll see what I mean when we meet Georgian Banov and Patty Forney of Silverwind. Georgian, Patty, welcome to Gospel Gold.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Pat.
Particularly glad you could be with us. Before we even start talking to you two, let's hold up this album so we can see what the current album looks like, and also explain why one of the members isn't here. Patty, you tell us.
Well, this is Betsy, and she's been a mother for about a year now, and she and her friend, her friend, excuse me, her husband, Fred.
Well, I hope he's a friend.
Yeah, he better be. But no, they've been married for a long time and many years on the road, and the Lord gave him a son, Evan, and he's just learning to walk now. So they've been taking a breath, doing a lot of ministry and work up in the Tacoma area.
And she'll be joining you, I guess, before long.
Well,
hopefully.
if the Lord wills, we'll see what happens.
Well, Georgian, speaking of what if the Lord wills, you have an amazing story, and for a guy your age particularly. Can you tell us where you came from and how you got here?
I was born and raised in Bulgaria, and 24 years old, I made an escape through the Iron Curtain and came in America as a refugee.
Now that sounds like it might have been easy, but was it?
No, it was. It's not easy to escape and through the Iron Curtain. It was a complicated journey. You can't even tell your intentions to anybody, when your closest friends, mother or anyone.
Was it possibly a life and death kind of a thing?
Yeah, it was very dangerous, very risky, because if they catch you, then it's sort of like you ruin your future. For, you know. So I had to make a plan as though I was not escaping, but I was doing some contraband, smuggling things, and I got it with a guy who had a route, and he didn't realize that I was the cargo that he was getting across. So it's kind of a story like that.
And you wound up where, in Austria?
Austria. I escaped, from Yugoslavia to Austria.
Well, now, we're interested as Americans what goes on behind the Iron Curtain. Before you, or while you were in Bulgaria, could you sing about or say anything you wanted?
No, everything is censored very much. It's in '64 when we started as a rock band, the Pioneer Rock. It was relatively freer and easier, but with the '60s movement and the music effect,
lyric content,
protest, and the drugs and everything, the hippie movements, and they saw what music does and how
they began to hear it.
So they says, we don't want this, and they stopped us, literally pulled the plugs from some stages at times, and it became more difficult.
And I know you became a Christian after you got to, what, America?
Yes, I became a Christian after 1 year. I thought the freedom of the country will be it, but it wasn't. After 1 year, I realized it's inside.
You had to be liberated twice, didn't you?
Second Iron Curtain. Only the Lord can bring you through that one.
That's right.
Patty, tell us about the video we're about to see, your current Silverwind video.
Well, it's called A Song in the Night, and when I think of this video that we did, I just think of the new life the Lord gave me. I became a Christian at a really young age. I was 19, but inside I really was a very old person, and I had no reason to live. I had seen as much of life as I wanted to see, and it was the Lord that made me clean and able to wear a white dress and able to be like a child and, just run in the park and see the beauty of a balloon or of a tree.
That's all reflected in this video. I love it. I think the song is a classic. Silverwind, A Song in the Night.
children sing. You hear it too if you're listening. Shadows fade and then disappear. Voices rise up sweet and clear. If you're afraid of the darkness too, and there's a child deep inside of you, sing a rhyme to the blackest night while looking for the soon returning light. Take me soon, O morning star, la 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 la, to the heavens where you are, la 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 la, sailing on a silver wind, la 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 la, take me where my dreams begin, la 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 la, take me soon, O morning star, la 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 la, to the heavens where you are, la 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 la, sailing on a silver wind, la 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 la, take me where my dreams begin, where my dreams begin.
Oh, that's good. You know, that was the first gospel video I saw. And I really thank you for it. We're going to be right back with Silverwind and more videos after this message, so you stay with us. I can't get that Song in the Night melody out of my head here. Georgian Silverwind is a group, obviously, with, I described it sort of an ABBA flavor. You call it international flavor. Is there ever a chance for your music to be heard back home in Eastern Europe?
Yes, in fact, we did a tour, Africa and Europe this early in the winter time. The
Really?
special permit, the government allowed us in for 5 concerts officially, and it was an incredible privilege to be able to be in the southern part of Poland where most of the Protestants are.
Any recordings, any gospel, contemporary gospel recordings available there?
At the moment, Pat, there is a relative freedom for gospel.
Is
for the
that
gospel.
right?
Yes, because the Protestants are not involved politically with the solidarity, so on, the Catholic side. So they're allowing the Protestant to exist, a sort of good citizen to them, you know. And so the activities allowed, we were given the right to get some records across and everything.
Well, you've sure come along at the right time. I want to thank you both for being with me. I sure do like Silverwind. Patty, why don't you tell us about this next, we're going to see part of another video. Ilya, is it called?
Ilya. And it's a song that's about a Russian teacher who was thrown in prison for 5 years because she simply shared the gospel against the wishes of communists to her young children. And she suffered so much, but we were really inspired. On a film clip of her, we saw victory and love in her face, even when she had been tortured and suffered so much.
So this is a true story.
Yes.
True story. Yeah.
All right, here's Silverwind and Ilya. Good night, folks. We're going to see you next week on Gospel Gold. We'll watch together.
Ilya, you know you will win. You planted your seeds underground and they'll reach to the sky. The Bible is stained with your tears under the bed where she hides it.
This program was sponsored by TBN and was made possible by your love gifts and telethon pledges. It can remain on the air only with your continued support. So write to TBN, P.O. Box A, Santana, California, 92711.
Planted your seeds underground and they'll reach to the sky. You planted your seeds underground and they'll reach to the sky.
Thank you. Thank you.